Hi guys, welcome back to Kim's class. Today is the second lesson in our unit about health. But before we go over today's lesson objectives, let me remind you that if you're interested in working these worksheets with me and would like a copy of them, all you need to do is to click on this link below and it will take you to the worksheet so that you can work along as you're watching the video. Sound good? I bet it does. So let's go ahead and dive into our objectives for today. The first objective says, I can ask and answer questions using the present perfect with words like lately and recently. Yay, we are jumping right into some grammar today. The second objective says, I can write questions and answer questions about health and what people have done in the recent past. So let's go ahead and talk about that grammar focus that we are working on today. So, as I said, we're going to talk about the present perfect. We're going to ask questions and make statements using the time words recently and lately. Let's go ahead and look at that grammar focus for today. So, as you can see on the grammar chart, we use recently and lately with the present perfect. We do this to suggest that something was done in the past, but not too long ago. Let's talk real quick about the past participle. You'll see down below how regular verbs in the past participle only add an ed. So just like we would change a verb into the past tense, check becomes checked, exercise becomes exercised, we just add ed to the regular verbs. Now, of course, there's always those pesky irregular verbs. Verbs like eat and give and go. Now, to change irregular verbs into the past participle, we do very different things. Eat becomes eaten. Give becomes given. Go becomes gone. Lose becomes lost. See becomes seen. And sleep becomes slept. So these past participle verbs, when they're irregular, can be complicated. But I have faith you'll do just fine. So now that we've talked about past participle, let's go back up and look at the questions and the statements. So we're going to start questions with either the word have or has based on the pronoun that follows it. So remember, I have, you have, they have, we have. But she has and he has. So look at that pronoun before you write your question. Again, it will start with either have or has. Let's look at the questions now. Have you gained weight recently? Remember, we use recently to talk about something that was done in the past, but not too long ago. Have you gained weight recently? Has Sheila gone to the gym lately? Have they seen the doctor recently? Now, before we go any further, let me let you know that recently and lately have the same meaning. You can interchange them, which means use either one of them and the sentence is correct. You can say, have you gained weight recently? Or have you gained weight lately? Both are correct. So now let's look at the statements. I have gained weight recently. Sheila hasn't gone to the gym lately. No, they haven't seen him recently. So again, make sure you have the correct form of have or has, and that you are using the verb in the past participle. So as always, just looking at the grammar focus and the grammar chart, things can seem overwhelming and confusing. The best way to really practice different tenses in English is to put them in context or in sentences. So that's what we're going to practice right now. So what you see on your screen is 3 pictures. They are 3 pictures of people who have either improved their health or not improved their health. You are going to use either have or has, and then the correct verb that you see below. So, as you can see, underneath each one of the blanks, you see a verb in its base form. You need to use have or has and change that verb under the line into the past participle. For example, if we looked at the first sentence, we wouldn't say Martin has be unhappy. We would change the base verb be into the past participle form, which would be been. Martin has been unhappy. Does that make sense? So, once again, use the present perfect form and either has or have. Why don't you go ahead and try this activity, and then when you're done with the activity, I'll give you the answers. Pause your video and complete the activity now. All right, class, let's go ahead and look at the answers here. I'll read them and you check your work. Martin has been unhappy recently. He has not gone to the gym lately, and he has not watched his weight. He has not eaten healthy food either. He has gained a lot of weight, and his blood pressure has gone up too. Now let's look at Eliza. Eliza has started to get in shape lately. She has lost weight recently. Her blood pressure has gone down. She has given up junk food and has exercised every day for 3 months. Now let's look at that third picture using the pronoun I. I have gained weight recently, so I decided to change my diet and get in shape. I have given up junk food and I have not eaten any unhealthy food recently. I have started to eat more fruits and vegetables. I have gone to the gym 4 times this week already. I have lost weight and I have not felt tired in a long time. So class, how'd you do with that? Don't worry if it wasn't perfect. Practice always makes perfect, which is why we're going to practice that tense again. This time, you're going to write complete questions and answers using the present perfect and the words recently and lately. So go ahead and look at your screen and you see 6 questions. You also see 6 pictures. Underneath each picture is the name and the verb I want you to use. So I gave you an example that does not have a picture next to it. So for example, if you saw a picture of Omar and under the picture it had the words Omar and see a doctor, you would write the sentence, has Omar seen a doctor recently or lately? Then you would answer the question either yes by looking at the picture or no. So you would say yes, he has, or no, he hasn't. You can tell by the pictures whether your answer is going to be a yes answer or a no answer. So look at picture number 1. I think you can figure out whether the answer would be yes or no. Let's go ahead and work on this activity while the video is paused. When you finish the activity, turn it back on and we'll go over the answers together. Go ahead and pause your video now. Okay, class, let's look at number 1. Has Oksana lost weight recently? Answer, yes, she has. Number 2. Has John given up junk food recently? Answer, yes, he has. Number 3. Has Tessa slept much recently? Answer, no, she hasn't. Now, before we move to the next 3 pictures, I want to remind you that you can use the word recently or lately. They're both correct. Let's look at number 4. Has Martin started exercising recently? Answer, no, he hasn't. Number 5. Has Dolores started taking vitamins recently? Answer, yes, she has. And the last one, number 6. Have Ty and Leah eaten healthy recently? Answer, no, they haven't. So class, is it making more sense? I sure hope so. Remember, you can always look at these videos again and do more practice if you feel you need to. But let's look at today's objectives and see if we've at least started learning the things I'd hope you would. Can you ask and answer questions using the present perfect and the words lately and recently? I think you can. Can you write questions and statements to questions about health and about what people have done in the recent past? We've had practice with that too. So class, that's the lesson for today. But before we go, I want to remind you of a few things. First, if you're interested in working on some of these worksheets while you see the video, make sure you click on this link and it will take you to these worksheets for free. Second, you can find other videos and other activities on my website at kimsclass.com. So as we say goodbye, I have 4 quick requests. First, make sure that you like this video. Second, click on the subscribe button so that every time I post a new video, you'll get notified. Third, If you think others may enjoy these videos as much as I hope you did, share it with them. And lastly, write me a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. But for now, I have to go. I hope you know what a blessing it is to see you here in Kim's class. Thank you for allowing me to come on this journey with you to learn English. Hope to see you soon.